The earth is your toilet. You don't need to find a toilet. Just go outside and just be in nature and let nature do its business, you know? We shouldn't feel shame. It's kind of like a shameful activity. We have to hide our bathrooms and do it in private. No one can look. Why not just be out there with it and just kind of, if you're a woman, just squat. Just squat down and pee, or grab your own toilet paper and just squat down and let one come out. And why do we have to hide nature? Kids should see it, and then your kid will be like, "Hey, Dad, can I do that?" And then you show him how to do it in nature, and it's a good bonding experience out in the streets. Will that be the next woke movement? It's just PDA, but it's public displays of urination. It's natural. It's a kink. Well, people do have that as a kink. Just let it flow or let it plop out of you, and let people see, and then you can share tips on how to get rid of your shame. Because if you have trouble doing it in public, that's a shame filled thing you need to go to therapy for, and start being able to do it in front of everyone. Have people gather around and say, "Hey, this is nature. Watch it come out." And then you can, share tips on how to make your stool look better, and take pictures of it and share it on Instagram, guys. Yeah, it's a new TikTok challenge. Public pooping. I'm getting it started. Tag a guy in his room. Okay, yeah, I was already live, I think, on Rumble. Sorry if anybody, I don't know if anyone's watching there, but yeah, how's it going? Hold on a second. Gotta get my team in studio here. They were outside jerking off, and all right, we're back, everybody. Welcome to another guy in his room, or otherwise known now as a migrant in your house. Oh, I should have an article about that up or something, shouldn't I? Let's see if there's any oh yeah, let me go on something else. I've been going on Google News now because there's a lot of stuff doesn't come up in my browser. Oh my god. This is what I was going to joke about too. Yeah, so hello everyone. Hola. Welcome to a migrant in your casa. And yeah. Seriously though, by the way, before we get started, smash that subscribe button. Smash that like button, everybody. For a guy in your migrant room. Yeah, this is a guy in room. New episode. Anyway, I just forget to always say that. That's why I'm kind of saying that, because I forget to say, "Hey, this is a guy in his room," new episode or something. Not like it matters that much, but yeah. So I was gonna joke about this, but apparently, well, I already saw everybody knows the migrants are coming. It's like a ominous thing. The migrants are coming. Beware, guys. Well, they're still coming to New York, and yeah, a while back, Mayor Adams said See, like right now, I'm watching myself on StreamYard. I'm watching myself. Should I not watch myself? Is that weird? Well, I guess I usually do though, but whatever. A while back, Mayor Adams of New York said, like, hey, if anybody can go ahead and take some migrants in your house, just let them live in your house. Like, it didn't make sense. Yeah, guys, hey, all you migrants coming to America? Here you go. Just come to my house. I mean, just if you guys got, he said something like, well, I guess there's to find that now. I mean, I probably talked about it when it happened. Spare rooms. Oh my God. I mean, I'm laughing, but it is kind of scary the way things are going right now because there's no accountability. And I'm not like, obviously, I'm not against immigrants coming here. That's how they frame it now. It's just, that's the scary thing. It's really big brothery where it's like, yeah, you're against immigrants being here. You're against, no humans are illegal. Okay. Just so you guys know, no humans are illegal. So, um, yeah, so like, yeah, totally. Yeah, like, so that's how they frame it out. But so here's what I like. I remember just seeing. This is kind of when it was first early on with the New York, with the migrants coming to New York and being dropped off in buses. It was kind of new at the time when Mayor Adams floated. Mayor Eric Adams. I didn't even mean to click on that pitch thing. Mayor Adams floats idea of homeowners with spare rooms taking in asylum seekers. Oh yeah, homeowners with a spare room could be paid to provide shelter. I mean, look, I don't remember actually even reading the pay thing. I thought it was like he just wanted people to take him in for no pay. But I'm sure even if you do, if you're like, hey, I don't know, basically an Airbnb to people that aren't even legally documented. I mean, as look, if I mean, look, all these like really left people, like or woke people, whatever. I mean, they're all about like immigration. They where they were now. They kind of just don't talk about it. They just kind of like ignore it. That's what Biden's doing. That's what they're all kind of doing. The only people that are talking about it are people that are saying we have to control the border or whatever. Um, but like if you were like one of those people like, hey, sanctuary cities, like, oh, migrants are great, like any if you did take any migrants in your house, I at least would be like, all right, well, at least you stand by your crazy, anything goes philosophy. I mean, to me, that's kind of the same thing as like, people taking in like stray people. Like, hey, oh, there's a lot of ODs in my city. It's really going to, there's a lot of these overdoses. There's a lot of homeless people. I'm gonna take some in my house. I mean, there are people like, I mean, not really, but like maybe some people somewhere that did that. I don't know, or made a clinic, or I don't know. They probably still wouldn't take them in their apartment or house. I mean, but that's the same thing. I mean, you don't like. I'm a little like I don't know about the argument. Like I don't know how I feel about the whole like you don't know migrants might be um well I guess I know I get what they're saying. Like migrants might be criminals and we don't like we're not verifying who they are or anything like that. But like I guess at first I was like, well, yeah, but everybody could be a criminal. But yeah, I guess like I don't know why they're all fleeing to the U.S. because like now the U.S. is like really. I guess it's. I don't know. I mean, I still don't really get it. I guess all those countries are worse still than the U.S. I keep talking about the U.S. as like sinking and going down, But I guess maybe there's a lot of gangs down there, and who knows what's going on. I mean, but America is now becoming that because we're just like, we're gonna ignore it. Like that's the whole like. I mean, he has no like anything set up to how to address this. Like it's just ignoring it, and it's just like I see why the Texas governor is shipping him around because that did at least make some people talk about it, like Mayor Adams and the governor of New York, and like uh I don't know, it's just so funny that he had this idea like he was saying like this is ridiculous. There are residents who are suffering right now because of economic challenges. They have spare rooms. It's cheaper and a good investment for us to assist people instead of placing them. Well, I mean, the city is supposed to provide stuff, not private citizens. Like that would be like, I mean, you're an idiot. Like you're crazy to do that. Some people might go for it. Why not? What are you talking about? Why don't you do it then? I mean, the only way I could see people doing this is, yeah, if they get paid to do it. Um, he did say he was paying 50 churches to provide overnight shelter. The only way, I mean, okay, so anyway, that was back in June of last year. That was back in June of last year. Hold on a second, everybody. Kind of lost where it was on the. Let's see here. Oh, wrong. So yeah, apparently, is allowing residents to sign up to house migrants, considering sign up for residents. Oh God, it's like a pay. Since when does Fox have like paid a paywall? All right, I'm going to this. I hope there's probably a fucking paywall in this too. They consider allowing them to sign up. I mean, no one's going to sign up. And they're still acting like, oh, well, we'll let you go ahead and do this. A city council member proposed that local families should put their names on a sign-up sheet. I think we live in a compassionate community. Council member said, create a sign-up sheet for people that would be willing to house migrant families. We hear from people that we should do more. We do have a very affluent community. They're gonna love this. This is actually really funny. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not gonna acknowledge the person that just came into the chat. He's late, so he's actually what's gonna happen is I just signed him up to house migrants. And look, you guys that are outside of like cities and like towns and stuff, you might think, "Oh, I'm too far." Like, I'm not in Chicago. I'm not in the city where the migrants are getting. We can still ship them out to your house. I mean, look, we have a big affluent community in very small towns that have many dollar stores because everyone's poor there. But that doesn't mean we can't ship these migrants to your house and they can, Here's another thing. You can tell by these quotes. If there are people who can do that, God bless them. Yeah, who's going to do it? Your Mother Teresa? I mean, where'd it go? Oh. Chicago. See, Chicago's like to me is one of the lowest third world areas of the U.S. now. I mean, there's like every city is becoming a third world area. Now, basically all of California, except for maybe the north. I don't know. I mean, it's a big state, is the thing. But there, like people outside of Chicago are probably like, I hope this doesn't come to me. Well, guess what, guys? Bus companies began dropping off migrants at train stations in the Chicago suburbs. I mean, where are they going then? What is? I mean, this is a nightmare. I know, like New Jersey said, no, we're not taking any migrants, but like, if they start dropping them off in let's see. I mean, yeah, migrants, if they just figure out how to take the stupid little train from New York to New Jersey, they're, you know, that's not that hard to figure out. If they could figure out the subway at all, and then they go on the PATH train, which is the one in New Jersey, and they're in North Jersey, I mean, then you got migrants. I mean, it's not like there's a wall in New Jersey, like in North Jersey, that's going to stop migrants from going there. So this doesn't really even sound like the headline's a little mixed. Uh, they suggest local sign up, so it's the same thing as Mayor Adams did. Yeah, I mean, you really should. I mean, look, anybody who has a family, anybody who has even one little, like, say you have a bath or two bathrooms. If you have two bathrooms, you're basically a white privileged asshole piece of shit. I mean, nobody needs two bathrooms. Nobody needs two spare rooms or one spare room. Like, we're gonna sign you guys up to that. You have to take in migrants. Okay. I know nobody wants to be forced to do this kind of thing. Like, first what we did is, now I'm basically being like, pretend I'm the people at the World Economic Forum, and we're just like, here's our plans. Like, this almost does seem deliberate. Like, I know this already. I remember seeing this before COVID. Like, Germany had all these migrants coming in. Sorry, all my pubes are on my mic. Sorry, I always put it down my parents before I start the episode, just to like warm up the mic, literally, and like, you know, I do vocal warm-ups. I have to put the mic near my anal opening. I don't want to get too graphic, so I'm gonna clean it up, even though that sounds worse than asshole. That's like the old Patton Oswalt bit about like the way sometimes clean versions sound dirtier than the real swear words. So yeah, here's the World Economic people, all the elites sitting there behind they're going, all right, so what we'll do, like, I don't know if it would be echoey there, but just imagine this is in a empty stadium, or like before the Davos meeting or whatever. All right, what we're gonna do is, America Adams floated we're gonna float the idea of having migrants, like people take in migrants. We're gonna go ahead and float that idea. So he was like, hey, why, maybe you guys could help out, take them out. You got a spare room. And I mean, New York is way harder to argue that. In the Chicago suburb, they do probably have bigger houses. And you guys got yards. You guys actually have yards with grass. I mean, think about how selfish that is, Like, there may be someone in chat right now that has a little bit of a yard, that has, that, I mean, do you deserve nature right there? I mean, do you really need that? I don't think so. You should teach your kids that, you don't get what you want all the time. Like, you don't, What if your kid grew up in like Baghdad or something and had lived in a crumbling building? What if so we're gonna the elites are like, hey, we're gonna float out those ideas. Hey, why don't you guys just take in some asylum seekers? And I like how everybody here now. This is an article from last year, and somebody goes, some people might go for it. People open their hearts to people. No, they not their homes. It's not like, oh, it's Christmas time, I'm gonna say Merry Christmas. That's really, how people say like, oh, everybody's way friendly around the holidays. Like, why shouldn't we? People should be like that all the time. The only friendliness that happens is like, hey, Merry Christmas. Like, what else? Maybe they hold the door for you more or something. I mean, even around Christmas, they wouldn't be like, hey, go ahead and stay in our house. So now people are going to be worried about this. Is going to be like a new worry that, I mean, at least the right is going to bring up around election. I mean, if they're just not addressing it. Yeah, so that's I don't know. I was kind of hoping for more panic. Yeah, see, this is I heard this comic talking about, I guess he lives in North Jersey, Jim Florentine. He was like saying like, yeah, all my friends in North Jersey are panicking. All my liberal friends too. I mean, they are, because they are the ones that are getting this. That's why the Texas governor is doing this, because he's pointing out that they're not going to actually take in migrants. Panic and rumors swirl. Oh, there's evictions happening. I don't even blame I'm not even that, like, I'm not mad at the migrants. Like, I've seen some here. Like, I don't, it's hard to even tell, honestly, because there's so many Hispanic people here anyway. But I have seen some, like, but I'm not like, I don't know if I'm really mad at them, because, like, all the messaging is like, yeah, come here, we're a sanctuary, like, for years. Like, yeah, come here, we're just gonna give you like room and board. We're just gonna give you it. It's a sanctuary city, and then you come here, and then you're about to be evicted. Like, they, you know, and people like on the right and stuff are like, oh, that's because they want them to vote for them. Like, but it's also like, if they let them down, like, they're all coming here, and like Mayor Adams is bitching over it. He like hates that they're coming here. So how would they vote for, like, I don't know if they're that, I guess if they do end up giving them stuff, that's the only way that, you would think they would vote for him. Yeah, like, see, Trump's gonna talk about it. He thinks terror attack because of migrants. I mean, I don't know about. See, I don't like. They don't seem to me like that type of culture. I don't know. Maybe, the ones that are actually in the gang and MS-13 or whatever. But I don't. I don't like, because like it's always been like Middle East countries that hate American plan on that. But I don't know. Who knows? I just think it's funny how they're just like, Biden's just letting it happen, and just like, God. And I keep seeing stories about them, migrants doing like drugs here and like prostitution. Like, you know, they come here and then they'll bring prostitutes here. I guess I don't even know how that works. Like, I don't know if they travel with the prostitutes or like what. Um, me, just imagine though. That the plan is to yeah, float the idea of like, hey, take in, if you have a spare room, go ahead and take it. Then eventually our plan is going to be, we basically have like a lottery, and everybody who's on the census, or maybe everybody that has like a certain type of house or something, you get put in a lottery, and then we just draw the lottery, and then the migrants show up at your house and you have to take them in. That's actually like, I was reading this old book, like sci-fi book called Day of the Triffids, or so, I don't know how to say it exactly. It's about these plants that come these plants that are kind of like they are from an asteroid or whatever, and then there's this weird like comet show or something, and everybody goes blind, and like after all this happens, people, the main characters are in a house, because they left the city. They try to stay safe and shelter out in the rural like country. And then this guy shows up and he's like, all right, we're telling you have to take in this many people, like this little militia. And the main character is like, what are you talking about? Like, that's what's going to happen with the migrants. Like, hey guys, look, you have this much room. Um, sorry, your name got picked in the lottery. If you're anywhere near us, any city, like anywhere, everybody right now is like, oh, that sucks to be New York. Well, guess what, guys? It's every city, probably Chicago, any city that said, that's where he's sending them. I don't really know. Like, I wonder if Texas somehow got a Democrat, like a left governor, if he would still do that. But I gotta imagine the people of Texas are happy that he's doing that, so that they're not as overwhelmed there. Um, but you just wake up one day and that's it, guys. Hello, me family. You know, how do you say sorry? Lo siento. Me family come in and live here. Thank you so. Gracias. Gracias for letting us live here. Thank you. My family come in now, and we live here now. The government said yes, you have to. I'm sorry, but we come in now, and then you just have to take them in, guys. And we're gonna shame you for not having volunteered too to do, like, so you'll get drawn. The people that didn't. Oh my God. Migrants. I don't know how to search this. Taking in migrants or something. It's so funny that they're talking about that. I mean, that's crazy. So I did just see that yeah, the Supreme Court ruled that the government is allowed to take down the border razor wire. And some of the Supreme Court is not for it, I guess, but most of them were. Ugh, another. Yeah, like, I don't really get that. I don't. And people are saying, "Oh, it's a civil war. Like Texas is going to secede because because the government or the Supreme Court made them let the government take down the razor wire around the board. I don't know how it all works though, so I'm not gonna. But churches. Okay, so I guess churches here in New York probably were taking in migrants. I didn't even hear about that for some reason. God. I don't know. Like, how do you not really capitalize? If anybody's running for president, you have to capitalize. Like this is all I would talk about. People talking about taking in my, they're gonna fear my. uh, Shelters are filling up across Germany. See, like, oh, this already happened overseas. I just don't get why they're all moving around. Like, what's going on down there? New York's right to shelter no longer exists for thousands of migrants. Hmm. So they changed something. I know they changed something. Uh, what is it though? I mean, I tried to walk past that Roosevelt Hotel where they're dropping them all off in New York, but it was like at night, and I saw some people in a building. Like, I guess they were migrants, but I didn't really see them all outside or anything. Um, yeah. See, like this is what I'm talking about. These people come here because the U.S. is all fake, and the politicians are like, "Come here, yeah, we're gonna give you everything. Yeah, come here." And then they go here, and they're like out. They're homeless. This guy's like, "I want a place to sleep and lie down and sleep for 8 hours. I'm really stressed. I'm sad." I mean, yeah, he was on a park, but he's homeless. They're homeless now. Why would they vote for them then? Like, why would that, if that's the plan, like, I just don't get, they're not helping them. They're just, and I don't think they're going to because, overseas, I feel like it's just the same things happening here. I should be working. So a lot of them do want to work yeah, because they're all coming at the same. Why do people get surprised at this? Anytime that there's an influx of stuff, like, yeah, there's going to be a big wait. It's going to be a disaster, especially government, anything. It's a mess. It's terrible. I mean, it's just so hypocritical. Like, some will, this guy says some will die outside. I mean, yeah, look, like you guys told him to come here. He said everybody's going to, oh, God. Sorry, I didn't mean to get on a political rant. Fucking political rant. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I got news for you guys. Guess what? It's election season is upon us, okay? Make a plan and vote now. I would just vote now, honestly. I would just go ahead and make a plan and get out there. Make a plan, an agenda. Like, I would plan it now. I would go ahead and plan it now. Like, what are you gonna like? You need a plan, like at least a year out, I would say. But anyway, speaking of political stuff, I thought I had. Speaking of political stuff, guess what, guys? New racism story. New hate crime story. More race baiting, everybody. I was race baiting all over my room the other day. So we got a new racism tale. More virtue race signaling. If you weren't sick of it already, and it's not even from a left politician. It's one of these GOP people. Now I heard of her like some years ago. I forget. I think it was when Trump first was running, and maybe they were saying Nikki Haley might run, and I didn't know who she was. And I just remember her kind of defending Trump and like, but she got a lot of hate too. And I at the time was like, why is everybody hating on her? I didn't know anything about her. Like, I did not know she was brown. I mean, that's one thing that I'm glad she came out of the closet and said, "Hey guys, guess what? I just want to come out and say I'm a brown person." Like, that is like, apparently something now you can just go, "Hey, I'm brown. Now what I am is I talk about this now." That was something Kamala did. After starting to run, Kamala kind of switched up, and one day One day she would be like, so like I'm Indian or whatever, and then the next day she'd go, so like I'm like black. I'm really black now. And then the next day she would go on BET and be like, oh yeah, and when I was going to school in the like 1970s or 60s or whatever, I loved Eminem and like Dr. Dre back then. Like I had all of back in the 1970s, I had all of Snoop Dogg's CDs back then. And you know, she would just kind of go back and forth saying I'm Indian and then I'm black or whatever, and then like that would be her new agenda, like thing to talk, say she was mistreated about. And now guess who? Now Nikki Haley is doing it. I bet you guys were like, "Hey, there hasn't been a story about somebody saying they were teased for like whatever they look like in a while." But guess what? It's fucking happening. Nikki Haley. Hey guys, get your hey guys, wake up. Wake the fuck up. Nikki Haley was teased every day for being brown, she claims. And she's a Republican, so I don't know what she's doing. Because, you know, this has been the left's thing to talk about your skin color all the time. Haley was born to two Sikh parents from India. I didn't know that. I thought maybe she was Native American, actually. This, she claimed while speaking with NBC, counselor have a difficult upbringing. While growing up in South Carolina, well, it's easy to just say that. I have to be honest, guys. I don't know what year she's saying this was. I kind of just don't believe her. Like, I do believe that, like, maybe, like, I can see it being, like, kind of brought up, but every day, like, the everyday claim is what I'm saying she's lying about. I was teased every day for being brown. Like, every day somebody went, "You're brown," or whatever. "Hey, you're like Indian." "Oh my god, the brown girl's here." I mean, South Carolina, wouldn't they have black people in school and they would focus on her? Like, oh wait, didn't she say like it was hard to grow up in the deep South? See, if you grew up in the deep South, you can just say, you can make up stuff like this. Like, that's why I'm skeptical. Now look, maybe it happened like that she was teased, like, but again, not every day, not all the time. But it's just easy to go, yeah, I'm from the South, so guess what? Racism. So people were saying this is dumb, that she's race baiting, and she's playing the race card, apparently. I came to American, that's a, yeah, I just don't, I'm not going to say it didn't happen completely, but I think she's exaggerating if it did. Like, maybe one person said something once, but not every day. I want to play this because it annoys me so much. This isn't even about politics, people. It's about being annoying. And I will not stand for it. Okay? Okay, people? This layout's weird. Hold on. Here we go, guys. Get ready to cry and, you know.
We're the only Indian family in our small southern town.
What?
I was teased every
I'm doing
day
a react video
for being
now.
brown.
What?
So anyone that wants to question it can go back and look at what I've said on how hard it was to grow up in the deep South as a brown girl.
Oh my
Anybody
God.
can look at my record and see when Walter Scott was shot down by a dirty cop, how I made sure that the Walter Scott family didn't suffer because we put the first body camera bill in the country in place. Anybody can look at the fact that when we had 9 amazing souls die in Mother Emanuel Church, I did something that no Republican or Democrat ever wanted to touch, which was call for the Confederate flag to come down, because it would take 2/3 of that.
Oh my God. I don't believe. That's not like why would conservative people be like, yes? I mean, look, if there are Confederate flag supporters, like, they're going to be conservative. They're not going to be liberal. So why would she do this? Like, what is she doing? Is she trying to do like she used to be like really pro-Trump, and now it's seeming like she's trying to be like the opposite of him, like the mainstream. Not that I'm even following what's going on with her politics or whatever, but these type of stories, I just can't stand this shit. I really wish somebody in her class, even though they would just say, "Oh, they're lying," I really wish people would just come out and go, "Yeah, I was there, and no, actually, she teased other people." That's probably what happened. If she's psycho enough to want to be a politician, I bet you she teased other, like, black people. I bet that happened. Okay.
The House and Senate, and was an impossible feat. I don't know what you're implying with that, but what I will tell you is saying that I had black
hand gestures. Oh my God, I hate politicians. God. Why do they all? Well, I guess public speakers do that too, like, but I just hate it. I didn't like, if I point, that means it's like I'm more real and like, oh, badass. You better watch out if I'm doing this, like Biden probably does. Didn't Biden do that with like Hunter's hey, Mr. President, a lot of, what do you think about these the Hunter allegations today? It's like, that never happened. Okay? That was and he gets it. You're being nervous, man. Why? You're being nervous. Why? Yeah. That's like fucking aggressive and annoying for people to do that. I mean, I know like Bill Clinton and yeah, every politician, Obama, who they said was a great speaker, like they all do like the stupid gesturing, but that's like the most like irritating one, to have somebody's finger in your face like that. That was a lie, okay? I'm gonna poke her eye out. Why?
friends is a source of pride. Saying that I had white friends is a source of pride. If you want to know what it was like growing up, I was disqualified from a beauty pageant because I wasn't white or black.
Shut
because
up.
they didn't know where to put me. So look.
What? Somebody fact check this. Somebody do the community notes thing now. Get on this, people. Ugh. What a fucking psycho. Oh my God. Somebody fact check that, please, about the fucking beauty pageant thing. I was disqualified because I wasn't black or white. I love black people, but they didn't like us Sikh people. Nobody can disprove or prove that. It's just one of those things, like, I now could just say I was teased every day for, I don't know.
I know the hardships, the pain that come with racism. It's the reason that I fight bullies every day when it comes to racism, anti-Semitism, or hate, and I always will. If I didn't mention slavery on that day.
I mean, what are you talking about? What are you talking? She's like, it's just one of those politicians that's like, no, I was always for that thing that I said I wasn't for before, you know? Why are you saying, like, if I didn't, I was always, because I was disqualified because I had, I was a brown girl. I was a, what are you talking, like, fucking no one knew she was Indian. No one. Damn, I wish somebody would do that. Let's see here. Probably misspelled that. Somebody community notes this thing. Come on. This was her. This is an old picture of her. Oh my god. Yeah, she looks so brown here. This looks like Monica Lewinsky. This is her, guys. This was her back then. Maybe. I'm not going to say it was because everything online is like not what you think it is now. What? Since when do they have race? Oh wait, what race are you? Because you're entering the beauty. What? Can't let you in. We only have white, black. We don't even know what your thing is. Nope. God, nobody likes. How is she fucking even? Yeah, look at this. Is that her kid or what? Is that like who is that? That's he's browner than she is. What did she like? Take whitening lotion or something? She never looks brown. There's not a single picture. What the fuck? Yeah, she does. I mean, she also like, and this is, yeah, see, like, a mixed race person won in 1984. Vanessa Williams, a half black woman won. I mean, I don't believe that at all. Plus, like, why would she? Like, she looked normal. Like, she didn't look like, oh, she should enter a beauty contest. I mean, not to be mean, but just, I mean, would like I don't, just looks like any 1980s. It's unbelievable. I'm so sick of this race shit all the time, or whatever it is, gender. All this identity, like, oh yeah, well, I was like some kid. Like, yeah, kids will make fun of people. Kids do all kinds of shit. Did you know kids were mean? Hey guys, like literally, kids were mean to me in grade school. Grade school kids, how they're like kids and they're really dumb. Well, guess what? It's real. Okay. Well, let me look up. Fucking hot, dude. Let me see. This is probably like I feel like a creep typing this in. Nikki Haley young pick. Nikki Haley through the years. I mean, yeah, she wasn't like she's not a gorgeous beauty queen. Like, see, it's not going to go back that far. Go back. No, it's not gonna. Ugh. Maybe that was from like a high school yearbook or like. Yeah, but the thing is, like, if you say like I wasn't allowed to join a beauty pageant. I mean, do you need proof of that? You can just say that. Hey, they didn't let me win. Like, I wasn't allowed to enter the best like podcast like Olympics or whatever. They said because I'm like, well, now it would be because I'm white or something, but I don't know. No way to check this. That's the thing. See, all these claims are just. God damn it! See, oh, when she was 5 years old. Oh, she talked about it again here. Hold on. I'm showing it. Sorry, Nikki, you're going down. I'm ruining your campaign because.
So my parents asked us, and my sister and I were like, yeah, we'll do that. So they put us in the pageant, and it was at a time where they had a white queen and a black queen. And so they ended up going to my parents and said, we have to disqualify your girls. And they said, why? And they said,
Oh my God.
well, we can't put them on the white side or the whites will be mad. And if we put them on the black side, the blacks will be mad. And so we don't have a place for them. And so they disqualified.
All right. Well, I mean, look, if it was like, hey, black beauty, I don't know if it was like framed like, hey, white, cutest, African American kid, cutest white kid, then if people knew it was framed that way, like, I don't know if that's even racist. That's just like, we're doing a black one and a white one. And then, yeah, of course you would be not qualified. Like, but is that racism? It's just like, hey, we're going to do a like best swimsuit model, like best Greek best Greek swimsuit model. When I was disqualified because I was like Swedish. So like that was racism. All right, so I don't know if that one pic was real, but it probably, I mean, it looks just like her, so. But yeah, it was when she was 5 years old. Oh, this is such bullshit. When here says she was 8. All these people lie all the time. They can't even keep it straight. When Nikki Haley was 8, she was disqualified. Yet here she said, and then the other place she said 5. God, fucking ridiculous. People said you smell like 7-Eleven to me all the time. So you gotta vote for me because kids were mean. Grade school kids. You know how little kids are like dumb and rude? Well, they were that way to me. Yeah, well, they were that way to everyone. No, they were because I was brown. Tulsi ran and never talked about her race ever, like until after she was basically already disqualified because that's when she started bringing up like, I was actually a person of color and they stopped talking, they didn't talk about that because she didn't go along with their stuff, so they just didn't make it a thing anymore. Ugh. I think I talked about. No, I talked about that. Yeah. Anyway, to your house and take your. Hola, me family here. Me come in your house. Thank you very much. Me set up in your house. Okay. Wait. I have to. I'm a migrant and I have to every night when I go to sleep I need to cuddle. So me cuddle with your wife now too because that's in the clause that if I need that to sleep that's provided to me. So thank you very much. Me cuddle with your wife and spoon and whatever I want. Thank you very much. Uh, Yeah, so there's all these airplane mishaps going on, guys. People are saying are from because they're like doing too much diversity hiring and like oh, this is unbelievable. Okay, let me look at this like very biased article here. Oh god, I can't stand. I've read this. I've read this lady's articles before. Oh, I'm still sharing the. I've read this dumb lady's. And look, a brown person. Um, who really thinks Nikki Haley has a chance? I mean, come on. I mean, if those other guys dropped out, I'm a fucking woman, and she's doing that. She's doing the left stuff. Like at least like run as a Democrat or something. Anyway, so this person always has these type of articles that they're very biased against like right wing stuff. Uh, yeah. So Aura Madawi says, let me just go ahead and worried about airline safety? Blame diversity, says deranged right wingers. The DEI is making airplane travel unsafe theory has gone from a fringe thrill to a staple. This isn't a biased article or anything. Just so you guys know, it's very neutral. You better be careful up there because planes are disintegrating in mineral because of diversity. Thanks to obviously, this is all nonsense that only a bigoted fool would believe. The U.S. is awash with bigoted fools. Many of them are politicians. And the idea that diversity, equity, inclusion efforts are putting airplane passengers in danger is the latest deranged. I wonder if she's. Oh, wait, she might be British. Talking point from the right. You know, the same crowd that brought us such classic as all gays are groomers, and Bill Gates has put mind controlling microchips in vaccines. Yeah, there's been a bunch of accidents with Boeing. This exact plane, 737 Max, and this has been. It's not like that new. I know there's been a. It was like a documentary on Netflix about this because it was like before the pandemic, like a few years before that. They were already having problems with this. So maybe it's not just the DEI stuff, but I'm sure that isn't helping because it keeps happening. And I mean, yeah, maybe they're blaming, they're scapegoating those woke policies, but I mean, either way, if they would just fix it and make it safe, they would stop doing that because it would be safe and they couldn't really argue that anymore. So either way, just go ahead and maybe just fix the issue, you know? I mean, I'm glad they're actually noticing these problems right away somehow, like, because everybody's worried they're gonna like just crash planes now because they're hiring just on diversity, and that is pretty scary. I mean, but maybe Boeing is just corrupt and shitty too. Hold on, maybe there's like a. On the Wikipedia or something. Yeah, there's. Hold on. Come on. So, like, okay, this is a lot. They should. Why aren't they just like. Why isn't the government just shutting them down or something? I mean, This is too much. Like, if I had to fly, I'd be like, fuck, I have to make sure. I don't even know if you can check what model plane you're riding. Come on, dude. Okay, so this was back in 2019. This is just bad. Yeah, 2019 Boeing 737 Max. It was the company's best-selling plane in the world, and the Max 8 crashed twice in the past several months back in 2019. And they said it was a software problem and that a new software upgrade fixes it. I don't know. That doesn't really make sense if it was a software, because now there's hardware problems. I mean, yeah, who knows what fucking plane you're... Yeah, it traces back to 2010, they're saying. I just don't like, first of all, I don't like the name Max on there. Like, it sounds like a bad thing. Like, if I see something and it's called like, hey, buy this new Ultra Max edition of something, I'm like, oh, that sounds shitty. Like, that sounds stupid, you know? It's like when you get like a game controller, they were always called that, the knockoff brand game controllers. Like, hey, this is the Genesis Ultra Turbo controller, and it would have like a turbo mode on it, so it would make you go fast, and the game sped up, and it would like ruin the game basically. And like, so if I see Max, it's like Pepsi Max. It was just like a worse Pepsi. It had more caffeine, but it tasted terrible. Yeah, I don't. This is bad. Like, this might be. I feel like they're gonna go bankrupt or something. This seems like it's just like years and years of bad mismanagement and stuff. Like, just too much to go into, but I don't know what's going on. Let me just go in the news and see what the latest. Where'd it go? All right, what does this have to do with anything? Oh, look at this. This is funny. This is just like random headline she's writing about here. Ali Wong becomes first woman of Asian. She goes into like entertainment news here. Ali Wong, first woman of Asian descent to win an Emmy for lead role. Yeah. I mean, yeah, somebody, like anybody who's winning awards now, and they're, you know, a minority, like they're just gonna win. Women's health, women spend 25% more time in poor health than men. What? Oh, God. Women and racial minorities are 20 to 30% more likely than white men to get misdiagnosed. What? Where are they getting this data from? All right. Well, anyway, here's the part I thought was funny. Men are better at navigation than women, study finds, but only slightly. It is probably cultural rather than anything inherent. Okay, yeah, sure. That sounds like a coping thing, but sexism is on the rise in soccer. Reports of sexist mass chanting at games have quadrupled. Oh my God. Wait. Oh, so they're saying football as in soccer. Well, we call soccer, but it's football over there in the UK. What kind of chanting are they doing? Oh, they're... enough of this. Yeah, I mean, other countries might be more sexist. I mean, I'm not going to deny that. Men are better at navigating than women, but not because of evolution. I don't get, like, why would that be a thing? It doesn't make any sense. It's kind of like how, remember during the pandemic, like they were like, "Hey, racism is worse than the pandemic." It's like, what? Like all of a sudden they said, "Oh God, was that the CDC or what was that said that?" Premiumbeat.com. Damn it! What the fuck? Oh yeah, it was like, Premiumbeat.com. It was like racism. CDC director declares racism a serious public health threat. So this was like during the like when COVID was crazy, and they said, although she's not even the director anymore, like, and had to apologize because of how badly but that had nothing to do with this whole thing. Oh God. I thought it was something like, I don't know. I thought it was something else. Racism is a threat to public health. Man, what? I don't know. Would they take that down now? Because it was trendy to say that kind of thing back then, Man, you just like, you can kind of just write like, if you're like writing a memoir and stuff like that, and you're a politician or whatever, you could just kind of write fake old trauma, I mean, who's gonna, even if it is true, you could probably do that because like, just like, I don't know, I'm kind of over the whole like I had trauma thing. Meghan, Harry and Meghan had that whole like they really kind of ruined it for everybody. Probably like everybody now is that tries to do that. So apparently, guess what, guys? This just news story. Trump wins New Hampshire. Trump won New Hampshire. Sorry, Nikki Haley, but Donald Trump won New Hampshire, guys. I don't get what's going on here. Oh, so this is the primary results, obviously, not the... So, yeah, obviously he's going to be the guy, I mean, on the right. I mean... That just in, guys. You see it here first. Trump won. I'm shocked. She's going to act like... I mean, I wonder, like... I just don't get why she's going with that angle of being like, I'm a victim because... it doesn't make any sense. But to be a Republican and be doing that, like... Probably say like, oh, I'm a woman and this is sexism now because... Here we go, see? She's kind of doing the feminism angle here, like... While she is not asking voters to vote for her because she's using the phrase fellas to brush off the behavior of her male opponents. The fellas are gonna do what the fellas are gonna do, she said. This is what fellas do. I mean, what? Man, this is like you're not conservative. Like, is that what they're doing? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. Like, I would get if she was like running for the left, but I don't know what's going on. I think because she's like, I don't know. That's really weird to me. Why would she think that's gonna work? I don't get that. Maybe she was trying to win over left people, I guess. Like, but this is just the primary, so I don't know. I don't even look, guys. I mean, this is a political podcast now. I'm gonna go into the caucus results. I'm gonna really review the caucus. Watch here. I'm gonna watch the debate, and I'm gonna live commentary debate watch party. God, I really can't stand those things. Hey guys, we're having a debate watch party. Want to watch like people be fake and try to like just yell at each? Now it's just yelling at each other. That's all it is. There's not even anything said. It's just like, oh yeah, well you. You know, it's just fucking awesome. I can't wait for election season, guys. Do you guys have your bets in? Do you guys have your votes in? You have your voting? I can't wait to hear constantly about I mean, we're already getting it now with the primary results. Next episode, guys, I'm going deep in on I'm going raw dogging in on the results of the caucus and everything and all the like little primaries. I'm going to analyze and tell you my projections and just really go over the records of all these politician guys. Yeah, I'm going to really analyze it. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, sorry, it was pretty annoying that I was talking kind of about politics this time, but that did annoy me. Her going into like her maybe fake story about, well, more than one. I guess she must be trying to get people on the left to like go like, yeah, that's cool. She's right, but like, I mean, I guess I'll vote for her over Trump. Maybe that's what she's going for. Like, hey, she's talking about men will be boys or what boys will be boys, and like that's me kind of. But I don't like conservatives. But I mean, that's like she's kind of saying like fuck the patriarchy and stuff there. That's kind of what I like that. So like maybe I would vote for her over orange guy, Cheeto man. No Cheeto man. I will not let this happen again. Yeah, guys, we're really doing good with the economy. Everything's going good, guys. So, but guys, I mean, look, pick a spare room because your number might be up. You know, the lottery's coming, and we just don't know what's going to happen with it. But we know that, like, it's pretty likely that someone like you or someone you know is going to have to go ahead and take in some of these migrants, guys. Thank you. Gracias. Por favor, please. Me family come in and me cuddle with your wife to go to sleep because I need that every time I go to sleep. Just to sleep, I need to cuddle. And your number came up, so you're going to have to take them in. I mean, one thing you can do is like maybe just like draw straws of your kids, and like if shove comes to comes to shove, I like mess up every saying. If shove comes to push and shove or whatever, like, and one of your kids draws a short stick, they have to go. You know, like they have to take the place of the migrants. Basically, a swap the kid out situation. You'd be like, hey, sorry, son, but you got to go. We're taking in this migrant family because we are doing our part. As Uncle Sam wants us to do this. And our number came up. So just go ahead and start making up those spare rooms, guys, and start preparing it for the inevitable because it's coming. And stay tuned for all the migrant news and all the updates and a guy in his room. And make sure to smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Tell your friends to go here for all the news because it's illegal to. You have to come here to hear the news because it's illegal to look it up yourself because that's called misinformation, and you will be arrested by the World Economic. I forgot I was maybe going to talk about them. Next time, maybe I'll go into the World Economic Forum. World Economic Forum. You will lower your carbon footprint so you will die. You will die and your family. We'll let you take a migrant in, but the rest of you got to go. Zero emissions, zero nocturnal emissions. We want zero carbon footprint. So you and your family have got to die because you're taking up carbon. So go die. See you next time. I always forget to. Okay, there it is.